I want to share a dream that I received last week, Monday, August 17th of 2026. I have not been able to shake off this dream since I had it. And if you hear any noises, it's because I'm in the room with my kids and they're asleep. It's like 2 something in the morning. And so prior to this dream, I had opened up YouTube and I was watching some of the videos of the earthquakes that happened in Indonesia and Colombia. And within me, I was just thinking, what would it be, or what would happen if those earthquakes happened here? And I live in the Los Angeles area, California. And so I fell asleep with that thought, and then I had this dream. In this dream, I was at home, and I look out the window, my kitchen window. I look out my kitchen window, and I see the streets are filling up with people, and I just see total chaos. Total chaos. People running, screaming, hurting each other. I yelled to my family to get down on the ground because I knew the bullets were going to be flying. And I'm running from window to window to window, and every window I look out, I see the same thing. Total chaos. And I knew that we had to leave, and we had to leave now. I'm passing by like my front door, and I didn't get any details other than I had a knowing that there was a married couple on their knees about to be executed by these people. And I had a very vague knowing, because I didn't see no details of who these people were, these people. But I had a very, very vague knowing that they were Asian, specifically Chinese. And I know we have to leave, and we have to leave now, like really fast. I knew I had to get my kids sweaters. I have 4 small kids still at home, and I knew that I had to get their sweaters. I don't know if that means that this is going to come to pass during like the winter season or something, but I just knew I had to get their sweaters, and I was only able to grab 2 sweaters. It was like in the dream, it was so sudden, and we need to go now. And I knew that we were in danger, like even leaving the house to try to get to safety, we were in terrible, terrible danger. And so as we are leaving, I tell my family, I could hear the Lord. This is what people wanted. They preferred darkness instead of the light. That's what I heard. And in that time when we were trying to leave, it was happening so fast, but it was like all this stuff was happening all at the same time. I had a knowing that I was not going to be able to go to church. It was not going to be safe. It's like I just knew the church was going to be closed. I also had a knowing that money was going to be like pretty much useless. I also had a knowing that houses or possessions, anything like that wasn't going to matter no more. Like we had to leave everything behind to get to safety. I remember I also had a thought in my mind that I thought to myself, how I miss those days that I was able to just go to the store and go to the park without any any danger. Well, for the most part, like you're just able to go to the store. You're not like, you're not like in any immediate danger. And those are some of the thoughts or knowings that I had in the dream. And I know that I'm not giving you truly the full description or of what I saw, but when I woke up from this dream, that was when I realized it was just a dream. But it was so real. My heart was pounding out of my chest. It took like at least an hour to shake it off. And when I woke up from this dream and I realized and I knew this is going to come to pass, I stood in bed crying. I was crying. And it was just awful. It was just awful. You know, what I was seeing window to window, there was no love, there was no mercy, there was no compassion. It was like everybody was out for themselves, looking out for themselves. It was like survival mode. It was just total chaos, just ugly. I don't know if if it's like we're gonna be invaded by the Chinese or something. I don't know. I know I'm missing a part. I remember there was something about California, but I didn't write it down. But I know there was a part that was very vague. Something about California in the dream. And whatever, we know that a lot of stuff is coming. The Lord warned us in His word that in the last days, and the last days, it's just going to be really bad. And yes, the Lord tells us not to fear, but I don't know about you, but I don't like pain. I don't like pain. I don't like suffering. And so, you see things that are happening, and my heart breaks for people. You have to be made out of a stone for it not to affect you, or for it not to hurt your heart or something, to see people, it just. So anyways, that's what I dreamed. It was really bad what I saw. And so we cling to Jesus, abiding in Jesus, and He will see us through all this. Until next time, God bless.